Hey guys, welcome back to episode 12 of JavaLavaCraft, and we have a very exciting project. Today, we are going to find the end portal, we're going to link up some nether portals, we're going to prep for the dragon fight, and then I'm going to show you off the area that I have picked for our mega base. And I don't know why our skin has reverted back to good old Steve again. But I guess I'll try and figure that out too. As we know from last episode, we had a little bit of a struggle trying to collect some Eyes of Ender for our Ender chest. However, we were successful in finding one, and as you can see in my inventory, we got 2 stacks of 16, and I'll show you how we got those. It's actually pretty funny. I decided that I didn't really want to, traverse the landscape at nighttime over and over and over again. I thought that would just take too long. So I tried to be productive while hunting for Endermen, and so I made this little temporary mob farm that I thought would, serve the purpose of spawning Endermen during the day, so that way I didn't have to worry about all of the mobs at night. And so I did it over in this area. Basically what I did was I just made a dark room. I made a dark room out of all dirt, and so I'm going to show that off to you guys right now because it originally was a square of completely dirt. So pretty much every single block you see that is no longer dirt was blown up by creepers. We had quite a battle in here. As you can see, there's still tons of mobs in this room. I used pumpkins to kind of patch the creeper holes a little bit, just because I had them in my inventory. Because what we were doing was we were killing all the mobs in here, collecting gunpowder, which we're going to need for rockets once we finally get to the end and get some elytra. And I was running back over to our villagers, trading all the pumpkins, and then running back over here and finding, hopefully, Endermen. There wasn't a ton in there, but I think we got enough ender pearls to serve the purpose of finding the end portal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all those blaze rods that we collected in last episode, turn them all into Eyes of Ender, and we're going to shoot them into the sky and hopefully find a end portal somewhere close-ish by our area of operation here. That would be nice at least. It would be really cool if it was closer to where I plan to eventually put our base. In the future, we'll probably find a few more end portals just to kind of see the different areas. Maybe eventually we'll make a little mini base around an end portal, but that's not really the objective for today. We just want to find it. And then we got a few other things to talk about after we prep for the dragon fight. I'm a little bit of an over-prepper, especially since I've never fought the dragon in Java Edition. Now, I have definitely died fighting the dragon, but I have definitely learned a lot of things about fighting the dragon along the way. And I'm gonna hopefully help you guys out a little bit as far as how to prep for the dragon fight. If you don't already know, there's a few tricks you can do that will make it a little bit easier. However, I'm definitely no dragon killing pro. I mean, actually I'm a dragon killing master, so we'll get to that later. I might regret saying that. Alright guys, so first things first, we want to prepare for a potential death in the end. It's not going to be fun, and we don't plan to die, but the dragon can be quite a fight sometimes, so we need to make use of the inventory space in our ender chest and be pretty smart about it. So what I'd like to do now is just craft up a backup pair of weapons and a backup pair of gear. So I did a little bit of mining and got plenty of diamonds to do so, and we're going to go over to our library and finally make use of those librarians that have been over there squawking away. We're going to spend some emeralds over there. Luckily we have plenty of emeralds from our little mob grind there, so that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can make another pair of semi-perfect gear and weapons, and then we're going to fill up our ender chest with some other items that are going to help us. Like I said, inventory management doing this is going to be crucial, and we do have to plan for collecting a few items while we're in the end as well, so we don't want to max out our inventory for that reason, and also having a messy hotbar in the heat of a battle is not really preferred. So Over here in our library, we're finally going to get to use it. We're going to check our super books. It looks like we only have super books left for our tools. I don't know if I showed this off to you guys. The super books are really cool. Basically, you just throw this in an anvil with a pickaxe or a axe or a shovel, and you get some pretty much a perfect piece of equipment, so that's really nice. However, I haven't set up any for the armor, I guess. So over here, we're going to check, make sure, yep, we got plenty of emeralds. I guess I'm going to go ahead and craft up some armor, and we're going to see what we can get. So, I'll be right back. Okay, so after just a little bit of trading and kind of mix and matching our different enchanted books over here, we have ended up with a decent set of armor, actually 2 sets of armor right here. So pretty much all of them have protection 4 and mending and unbreaking, so hopefully this should keep us alive. We are going to grab our Totem of Undying. So basically what we have here is 3 chances. So our first chance is with the Totem of Undying, and our best pair of gear is what we're going to go in with first. I'm not super worried about losing all of this gear. We will have to obviously go back in the mines and collect some more diamonds if we are very, very unsuccessful in this dragon fight. I'm hoping that we can kill him without dying at all. But we do have a Totem of Undying for our very first chance. And our second chance is going to be this pair of armor right here. And our third chance is going to be this pair of armor right here. So basically the idea is we're going to have an ender chest right outside of the end portal where we will be setting our spawn point, and then an end chest right upon entry of the end, which is going to depend on where we spawn in the end, because we could either get very lucky or very, very unlucky. Now, there's a few more things that you need to prep for the dragon fight, and we're definitely going to need a bunch of buckets of water. We're also going to need some blocks in case we are very unlucky as far as where we spawn in the end, and we're also going to need some glass bottles and maybe a few other things. I don't know if we're going to grab any potions. I mean, we could definitely use them, but I don't think we're going to need them, hopefully. We might regret that too. Anyways, let's get a few more items in our ender chest, and then we are going to start searching for the end portal, and hopefully we find it pretty easily. And I'm really, really hoping that we only need this many ender pearls, or I guess Eyes of Ender. I'm not going to make all of them into Eyes of Ender right away. I'm going to bring a crafting table, a bed, and a few other things with me while we look for the end portal, just to craft up more along the way if we need them. And once we... Yeah, so here's a tip. Don't break your ender chests with a fortune pick. Make sure you break them with a silk touch pick, or they will just turn back into 8 obsidian blocks. That's pretty annoying. Oops. Well, not too bad. I mean, all we gotta do is just craft up a new one. I do have other ender chests, but I don't know what happens if you don't have multiple ender chests and you end up losing your ender chests. So, I don't know. Well, I'm 100% sure all of the gear we just crafted still in here. Yep, beautiful. So not a huge deal. We just wasted 1 Eye of Ender. And before I do it again, we're gonna make sure we put away this fortune pick so that we don't do that again. Anyways, pro tip for you. And I'm going to go ahead and get a few more things, and then we can start our journey to find the end portal. Okay, it is finally time to find our ender portal, or I guess end portal. What we're really looking for is the stronghold that houses the end portal, and hopefully it's pretty close to our base. Now, it's kind of weird to find in vanilla survival because this could either be the perfect amount of ender pearls, or I'm sorry, eyes of ender, which we'll need to throw into the sky to locate the end portal. It could be way, way too many, or it could be nowhere near enough. And that's why it's kind of hard to tell exactly how many you'll need, because you don't know how far you'll have to travel. So we're going to turn up our render distance just a bit, and the way that you find the stronghold is you throw an Eye of Ender into the air. Oop. Whoa! Okay, well, we lagged out there just a bit and threw way too many, but luckily you are able to pick them back up. And basically, when you throw the Eye of Ender into the air, you can see it heads towards a specific direction, and sometimes it breaks like that, and sometimes it falls down. Now, we just wasted a couple, about 3 Eyes of Ender doing that, so we might end up needing a lot more. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can find the stronghold location with the amount that we have. So yeah, you basically just follow the path that the Eye of Ender travels. So we're going to keep doing that until we find where it stops. So when it just like goes straight up into the air and falls back down, that's where your stronghold should be. And once we find that, I guess we'll start digging down and looking for our stronghold. Hey guys, so after getting very distracted, I think we are on to something. I think we're in the right area. You can kind of tell when you're in the right area because you'll throw an ender pearl in the direction that you've been heading, and then it will shoot the other way. So I think I don't really know where it went, but I think it's in this general area somewhere. I guess we can pillar up a bit and see if we can see where it landed, but I think it's like right here. Yeah, somewhere around here. So we're a little higher up. Let's throw another one and see. Oh yeah, okay. So it is gonna be right under here, I believe. Now we're gonna take our chests and we're gonna put some of the items we collected in the journey over here. So it took us about half an hour to get here. Admittedly, we could have gotten here in about 10 minutes and probably wasted a few less Eyes of Ender, but we got some pretty cool stuff that we don't have yet. We have some bees nests, and they do have bees in them, and that's pretty cool. We got some sweet berries. We tried to catch a little fox, but we didn't really have a ton of success with that since we don't have a lead. But we'll find one in the future. Now that we have some sweet berries, we can start farming those back at our little homestead and hopefully get some foxes in the future. I'd really like a snowy fox someday. But we definitely got sidetracked there. It's okay. We're going to take our torches, our bed, and maybe 2 chests just in case. But we're going to leave this stuff right here and throw some torches around. But we're going to start digging down, and hopefully we can find the stronghold and get the end portal in our sights. That'd be really, really nice. So we're going to sleep through the night and start that journey. We're also going to clear out some of these trees just because they are kind of in the way. We don't want to lose this chest full of all the goodies we collected. And you know what? We're going to set our spawn point here, and that's why I brought a second bed. We're going to set our spawn point above ground, try and find the ender portal. Worst comes to worst, I guess we could throw all of our gear in a chest and then, you know, meet our maker and spawn back here. But that is not necessarily the plan. That's just a contingency plan, just in case. So we're going to go ahead. We're not going to dig straight down. We are going to kind of do a 4x4 pattern so that we don't run into any lava. And we're going to keep a few blocks on our hotbar just in case we have to pillar up really quickly. We also have a shovel and a pickaxe on our hotbar, just in case we need to dig into the sides of this little pillared area. It's always a good idea when you're trying to go straight down because you never know what is going to pop out of one of these walls. If we're really lucky, we will just drop straight into the stronghold without running into any lava or any caves that are going to distract us even more because we are a little bit behind schedule thanks to all those buzzy bees and foxes and sweet berries. We also tried to catch a tropical fish, and that was hard. We did not get one, but we'll come back and try and find them in the future. I think there's a warm ocean biome right next to our stronghold, if we can find it. So that's pretty cool. I guess we could make some kind of combo base over here or something. I don't know. If I'm going to do a water base or any kind of like water hub here, I'm definitely going to do it in a tropical ocean biome where there's like a coral reef. That'd be really, really cool. I've tried in the past in some, testing worlds and stuff, but we just never really did it. So I guess we're going to search underground for the stronghold, and once we find it, I'll be right back with you guys. Well, immediately after ending that clip, we ran straight into Stronghold. We can hear some zombies down there breaking doors. The way you know you found a stronghold is when you see blocks like this, when you see stone bricks and mossy cobblestone bricks and cracked stone bricks that you did not place yourself. Any kind of naturally generated stone bricks that are under the ground are going to be a stronghold. So that's a really good sign. We have definitely found one, and we can definitely hear some unfriendly mobs down there as well. In fact, I don't think we're going to find any friends down here. Maybe some silverfish, but they're not going to like us very much either. So I brought some torches, and hopefully we can get back to this path right here. In fact, I'm going to put a ladder right here. I brought some extra ladders for this very reason. Alright, so we're just going to throw those over here somewhere and hopefully be able to find our path back. I'm gonna pull those out. Jeez, those zombies are just terrifying. Um, I know they're not that big of a deal to deal with, especially when you have some decent armor, but oh my goodness, they just sound terrifying. We're also going to take a screenshot of our coordinates, just in case, because you never know. You never know. So now that we have a little bit of a way back up to the surface, we're going to explore this stronghold. Strongholds can be very, very big. I was actually working on a project slightly before I started my YouTube channel, where we were digging out an entire stronghold just to see what it looked like, and that was lots of fun, but oh my gosh, it's lots and lots of work. It looks like we're going to have a really easy entrance to get in here, and we just got the advancement I Spy. So we found this stronghold completely vanilla Minecraft. We didn't use any cheats or anything. We didn't have to load up our world on a copy, insert in creative mode or anything. So that's always cool. It's always much more rewarding when you do it in completely vanilla survival. And I'm just going to throw some torches on the right side of all the places that we travel, so that hopefully we can follow them back to our ladder and get above ground if we need to. Luckily, this stronghold wasn't super far behind, or super far underground. I'm not really sure exactly how far underground they can spawn. In fact, we're going to make this very obvious that it is the path back up there. I definitely recommend doing something. Yep, see those zombies holding those doors? They are the ones that were making all that noise. Luckily they can't break down iron doors though, and there's probably plenty of those in here. I don't think we're necessarily going to harvest the iron doors, however, the iron bars that we find around, we're probably going to pick those up. In fact, I think I saw some. Yep. So we're going to pick these up. There's probably a library in here as well. I don't think we need the bookshelves at this very moment, but it's definitely a good option to collect those if you really, really need them. I mean, why not, right? It's always fun to get some good loot. So we're going to make this path right here pretty obvious to get back, because who knows how big this thing is. We might run into the end portal very soon, or it might take a minute. So before I collect all of these iron bars, I'm going to go ahead and try and find the end portal, and this looks promising. And here it is. We do have a portal room, and we were very, very unlucky because there are no Eyes of Ender in this portal, which really sucks. But luckily we brought plenty, and these portal rooms are really cool. So they have silverfish spawners in here. We are not going to be making use of this silverfish spawner in this stronghold. There are multiple strongholds in every world. I'm not exactly sure. I think there's 20 in like within a 2,000 block radius. I could be wrong there. But this specific silverfish spawner is just going to be an annoyance. So we're going to go ahead and break it. As you can see, there's a lot of dangerous things in here, like lava. And once one silverfish is killed, any of these blocks that are holding silverfish, they're called infested blocks, they're going to actually start spawning a bunch of other silverfish. So it makes a lot of sense just to get rid of it if you're not planning on utilizing it, and pretty much just leaving all the other blocks in here alone. We're going to go ahead and put our ender chest down and pull out our bucket of water and just cover this lava. It's just dangerous. It's not helping us. I know this is LavaCraft. Maybe we'll put some more lava in this room when we kind of start to decorate it, but for right now, we're just going in quick and dirty, and we have actually reached our goal for the day. We're actually going to wait until the next episode to fight the Ender Dragon, and that's going to be most of next episode. So let's see. We have a lot of Ender pearls that we need to craft into Eyes of Ender to fill up this portal. But we left those topside, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can find our way back up to the surface. Alright, so it is time to activate our end portal. We have also put a nether portal right here that we are going to light up, and link to our home base, and looks pretty cool. So that way, once this is linked and we need to go to the end, we can just pop through the nether, head to this portal, and hop right in the end. Now, I'm pretty sure we reset our spawn point here just in case, but we'll do it one more time. And we're going to go ahead and craft up just a couple more Eyes of Ender. It looks like, well, let's see, we had, what, 14 Eyes of Ender to start, and we are left with 3. So it only took us 11 Eyes of Ender to find this portal, which means we only have to craft up 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 Eyes of Ender to get into the end, which is pretty awesome. We definitely didn't even need, well, what, like 34 Eyes of Ender. Like I said, it's really hard to tell how many you'll need to find the portal, because you don't know how far away it's going to be from your base. And if you get distracted like I do, you're going to need more, because I just can't help myself. When I see some bees, I need to make sure they get back into their beehives, harvest the beehives, and save them for later. But here we go. This is going to be the last Eye of Ender we need, and hopefully this portal should activate. Look at that. That is super cool. I love the way these portals look. It's kind of disorienting in a way. We're not going to hop in there today, but just look at that. That is crazy. Alright, so we have accomplished pretty much all of our goals for the episode. We have prepared for the Ender Dragon fight. We have found the end portal. We have activated it. Now all we need to do is link this portal back to our home base, and then I'm going to show you guys the spot that I would like to start my mega build for our base, our main base of the world, because I'm just itching to get that started, to be honest. It probably should have already gotten started, considering we're on, what, episode 12? Hopefully by episode 20 we'll have a lot more done, and shulker boxes are definitely going to help with that, which is why we're going to fight the dragon in the next episode and get some of those. Probably end right in the episode after that. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. I'm just going to clear out this area underneath, get a few more obsidian blocks, and then we're going to link up this nether portal, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we've done a little bit of work in here. Not really, we just replaced the torches. It looks better already. So we've also completed the path back to the main nether hub, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I mean, it's just a tunnel, so that's cool. We actually died twice bridging over lava, so we were really smart and took off all of our gear. I don't think it would have helped us at all, so we might as well have taken it off, and good thing we did, because a ghast blew us up twice, and we fell through the netherrack floor, or lack of netherrack floor, I guess, and died in lava. So not so fun, but at least we didn't lose any of the stuff that we were collecting at the beginning of the episode, and we are still fully prepared to take on the dragon fight in the next episode. So I got one last thing to show you guys. We're gonna go head over to the area where I think we're gonna end up putting our mega base. I've looked at several different spots, and this is the one that I think is gonna work the best for the idea I kind of have. And I talked about earlier in the season that I wanted to kind of work with the natural terrain a little bit more, because it's something that we haven't really done in the past. We just kind of terraformed the heck out of everything. So it's going to be a little bit of a different situation here. So we wanted to find some really, really cool terrain, and right over off in the distance this way, we did that. And I'm going to show that to you guys right now and talk about the very first thing we're going to be adding to our mega base. So this area over here is the area I think we're going to decide to settle down in for our mega base. It has some really, really awesome terrains. It's a really cool mountain. This isn't a shattered savanna biome, so that's pretty cool. We're going to go up to the very top because we're actually going to be utilizing the entire area of this mountain on all the different sides eventually. And we have a pretty big mega terraforming project in mind before we even get started in the central part of the base. But even before that, we have a little bit of a project I'd like to do first that's going to help us quite a bit in our journey on building the mega base. So let's go up top and we'll talk about that just a little bit. Alright, so we are way above the top of this mountain. Not quite up to build height, but we do have like a little less than 100 blocks to play around with at the top of this mountain, above it at least, so that we could add some kind of structure to the top if we wanted before we hit the build height. So that's cool. Definitely a plus for this location. Sorry if it's a little laggy. I have my render distance cranked all the way up so you guys could kind of tell where this is in relation to the other things that we've built up so far. So all the way over there you can see our tree farm. I don't know how much of this you can actually see. I guess we'll find out. And in this direction is the bubble base, and then right behind that obviously is where our library slash farmer slash pumpkin farm slash villager breeder area is. We have the beginnings hill, and then of course our neighbors, which are going to become our much closer neighbors when we move over here, the pillagers at their outpost. So if we kind of look around, it's pretty much, I didn't start that forest fire, by the way, that wasn't me. Um, it's pretty much all within the shattered savanna biome, and a good way to think about the area that we're going to be utilizing is if you kind of draw a line right here where the crazy terrain stops, and then everything behind it that is in the shattered savanna biome, that's pretty much where we're going to be building our base. So we're pretty much totally going to take over this this biome here. The grass color isn't great, but it's going to actually work pretty well for what I have planned. However, we're not going to be doing our first part of the build in the Shattered Savanna biome portion of the space. We're going to be doing it over in this direction. Now, I didn't start that forest fire like I said, but it might be a little helpful. We are going to be clearing out a big area of this dark oak forest, getting plenty of dark oak wood, but that's just going to be a byproduct of the terraforming we will be doing for our redstone area in this base. So every good mega base has to have a few redstone farms, right? And so we're going to take that and run with it a little bit over here in this area, where we're going to be putting our very first tower to this base. Now, I don't know what the land is going to look like when we remove a bunch of these trees. However, we're just going to work with whatever we got there. I even sectioned off this little area right over here. You can kind of see there was some really cool flowers growing there, like tulips and things like that. So I was hoping to build maybe a flower farm there as well. But I'm thinking in this dark oak forest, or once it's cleared out a little bit, is where we will put all of our farms for our mega base. I don't want to put them directly in the mountain. We might do, oops, uh-oh. That's Feather Falling 4 for you guys. Saved our lives there. Anyways, got a little off topic, almost died. That's a pretty big tower. Anyways, we have some other plans for the inside of this base, and as you can tell, it's going to take a lot of resource gathering, especially for the build palette that I'm kind of thinking of for this build, and we're going to need some shulker boxes to transport those. So I think that's why we're going to end up going for the dragon fight first to get shulker boxes, and then I think we're going to fight the wither pretty soon too. We do need some beacons in this area because we're going to be doing quite a bit of work, and it's going to take a lot longer if we don't have some kind of beacon. But that's actually going to be all for today's episode. I know it seems like we didn't get a lot done, but we've definitely advanced our world quite a bit today. But thanks for watching today, guys. Sorry I didn't figure out the skin situation. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're excited to see even more in the future, make sure you subscribe. But that is all for today's episode, and as always, it is time to roll the credits. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you are new here, well, you've made it this far, so why not just hit that subscribe button, because obviously you'd like to see even more, and that will be coming out very soon. Second of all, if you're new here, this is the part of the video where you get a chance to pause the screen and read some of the books that we are making along the road in our journey. In book 1, we have all of the different deaths that unfortunately happen every once in a while. And in the second book, we have a beginner's guide to JavaLavaCraft, and I'll let you guys read what that one's all about. But thanks again. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Have a great day, guys. See you in the next one.